Looks like we're going to go.
Are we good?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, how's everybody doing? I'm Josh Siss, the executive director at the Potawatomi Zoo. We're here in the giraffe barn. We want to give you a little debut of these giraffes. It's been a while since we've touched base with everyone on how the giraffes have been doing. It's been about a month since they've come, and we just wanted to make sure that they were acclimating and had some quiet time before we were in here with cameras and talking and different people, and they're doing really, really well. So it's time to start showing them. We are inside of a sealed barn, so if we start to lose sound or any video, please just make a comment online, and we'll make sure that we get that fixed. But yeah, so we have our 4 male giraffes now. We have Seymour, we have Maximus, we have Wyatt, and then we have little Kellan. Kellan's only 2 years old, so he's a little bit smaller than the other guys. And like I said, they're really acclimating well. You know, it's funny, for being such a large animal, they kind of have that instinct like a gazelle where, you know, at first things are a little spooky, you know, just like if you went anywhere, someone new barn, new keepers, new staff, but they're really starting to acclimate well. They're starting to eat out of the keeper's hands. You can see, I don't even know if since the last time we talked if all this pinning was inside the barn. So these are all their stalls. You can see over here is their communal stall, and where the public, you guys will be able to come in here and be able to feed them. We're on the back side right now where the keepers actually take care of the giraffes. I am gonna try to put some of this browse. Bear with me here. You can see how everything has to be tall. So this is actually where a keeper can go up here and hang browse. I don't know if my mic's long enough, but I'm gonna try to walk up here and put some browse up there and see if we can get them to come up here. Mic long enough? Okay, good. Let's see if I can get them to. So being such a tall animal, they're 16 foot tall. I mean, you can see we have all the hay feeders are on cranks. All the doors are so tall. This gives the keepers an opportunity to come up to head level by using these devices here. They're still, you know, I'm not one of their keepers. I'm in here a lot. They're still kind of wondering who I am. So we may have to kind of step away to see if they will, they'll come over here or not. There is a lot of pinning in here, so it's kind of hard to see through there. Can you see through there all right?
So this is Seymour, Maximus, and Kellan.
Yeah, you can see little Kellan there in the middle. And then, Seymour's on the other side, and then Maximus and Wyatt are in here with Kellan.
Wyatt's the dark face.
Yes.
Maximus, what I think was on that side.
I bet if we actually, I'm wondering, you know, let's give them a minute to go down to their feed. Let's go show them some of these, the Marabou Stork that's going to be in with the giraffes. Okay, so we'll walk down this way.
So it's not just going to be giraffes in this exhibit, right?
It's not. So this side of the barn is actually called the hoofstock wing, and this is going to be where zebras and ostriches are. But because we're still working on the exhibit, we did not move the zebras and ostriches over. But we did get a really cool bird that's going to be mixed with the giraffe. It's called a Marabou Stork. You can see him right here. Yeah, he's starting. Oh, he's going to go to the other side. Oh, he's going to go back to you. There we go. So he'll be out in the savannah. He'll be able to go to the water feature. You'll be able to see him walking around. He eats fish, mice, all kinds of meat, but just a really cool stork. So we're really excited to have him as part of this exhibit.
And he's about 4 feet tall?
Yeah, I'd say about 4 feet tall.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's pretty empty over here right now, but like I said, we're working on the phase 2, so hopefully by the time we open in April, we'll have the outdoor exhibit all completed, and as weather starts getting nice, the giraffe are going to start going in. But this is perfect. We wanted the giraffe to come in before winter because we wanted them to acclimate to this barn. It's kind of like when you're crate training a dog. This will become such a safety spot for them. They'll be very comfortable. It'll be where they eat. It'll be their home. And then once they go out on exhibit, I mean, they're going to be waiting at the gate to come back into the barn at night for food. I mean, that was really the goal.
What is the temperature in here?
So the temperature in here is actually about 70 degrees. So giraffes do like it warm. They've got a lot of body space when they're processing their foods. You can see the big heaters up there. So we actually have 3 units in this facility. This here, I don't think we've even shown this. This is called a tamer. And this is really important. So it's all by choice. The giraffes will actually be trained to walk inside of this. They can get a weight on them. And what's great about this is then the keepers can open this up, and then you can safely work on hooves. So you can grab a hoof here. You can work on them. You can trim them if you want. It's got pads on the wall so it doesn't hurt them. If the keeper wants to climb up there, they can train them to do blood draws, do injections. And again, it's all by choice, though, so they will choose to walk into this. It's just protection for the keepers as they're doing it, so they don't get a nice kick or anything from a giraffe. So the keepers have a lot of work to do to start acclimating these guys. But again, we'll go over here. I don't think they're going to go to their browse with me standing in here. I'm too. They're not as used to me as they are their keepers. But yeah, we can walk over here and open this gate. What's that?
Since they're not coming over to browse anyway.
Yeah, we can go over here to this side. You can see them a little better this way. They're all just kind of staring at us like, what are you doing in here? But like I said, I've been watching the keepers in here working with them, and they've all been able to be separated for feeding so that we know that they're all getting the right amount of food. They've been eating out of their hands. We've been working with them in this visitor center, so getting them ready for the public. A lot of people's been asking, our winter day is tomorrow, if we'd be ready for the giraffes to come in. Unfortunately, we're not quite ready. I know you guys are excited to see them, but we're not quite ready to have public going through here. It's just too many people trying to come through the barn. So we're just going to hold off just a little bit, but we're hoping by the February winter days, we will definitely get you guys into the barn here.
Someone asked if they're getting along with each other.
They are getting along great with each other. You know, we were a little hesitant with Kellan being so little and being new to the giraffe herd. The three boys came in together, kind of if we need to keep them separated. But we learned really quickly that it was actually making them, they were very hesitant not being with him. They wanted to be with him. So we put them all together, and you would not even know that they haven't always lived together. It's that very kind of a herd mentality they have. They feel better in numbers, and they're all doing great with each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a sneaky face.
There's one.
There's Kellan, little
That's little Kellan. He definitely has a little bit of a baby face.
So do you know how you can tell them all apart?
Do I know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Kellan, of course, is smaller. He's got that little baby face. Seymour is a lot lighter than Wyatt and Max. I get Max and Wyatt kind of confused.
There's Seymour's body there.
Yeah.
Looking at, I think. And this, I think, is this one. Well, I have to see their faces next to each other.
Yeah.
Wyatt is dark all over. Max has a dark face.
Yeah, yeah. Here we can.
I've stared at so many pictures.
I'll open this side door over here, and we might be able to get a better
Let's see if they'll
look of them. Just eliminate one of the. Oh,
They're
no.
all like, no, thank you.
Well, here, let's.
All right, they said no, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, that idea didn't work. Like I said, they're still getting acclimated. It's all new for them. This is a new barn, new keepers. So they don't really know us in here with this camera and everything. So it's all about making them comfortable. So we don't want to push them too far. But
And we did this with Masamba as well. We had an entire winter to work
yeah,
with him.
yep.
So
Yep.
it's common.
By the time we start open next year, they'll be ready for people to come in here and won't be ready for lettuce. And it's amazing how quickly they'll acclimate and be ready to be around people. So.
Someone asked about whether or not we get female giraffes at any point, or how that works.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a state-of-the-art facility that's capable of holding a lot of giraffe. We could have up to 6 or 7 giraffe. The plan is really to have these 4 boys, get the keepers really used to working with giraffe. There's a lot of foot care that's involved. Once you start breeding, a male giraffe has its own, it can be its own, it's like a stallion horse. I mean, there's a lot that goes into breeding, as you can imagine. So this is really nice for the staff to get used to these 4 boys, and then with the goal that we'll eventually bring in female and be able to have a breeding program here at the zoo. So that's definitely the goal.
And this is an important part of giraffe SSP work as well, to have the males that aren't breeding.
Yeah, absolutely. If zoos weren't able to take males, there would not be enough places for males to go, and then zoos would have to stop breeding. So as far as the breeding programs in zoos, just having a bachelor group of males that allows other zoos then to be able to continue breeding their females is a huge contribution. It's kind of like our rhino. By us taking that male rhino, it allows other zoos then to have the space to continue breeding their rhinos. So it's just as important. And like I said, they're very herd mentality, so you can have multiple males, females, so it doesn't really affect our breeding based on how many males we have.
There they are.
Again, I just want to keep mentioning, because I know so many people are asking about winter days. Again, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to open up the barn for winter days. They just need a little bit more time. Animal welfare is our top priority, and we just don't want to push them at all. So they're still getting used to their keepers and the barn and the space. So just having, groups of people and the sounds and everything, they're just not quite ready for that. So we need to give them probably the month of January to acclimate a little bit more. But then by February, I'm really, really hoping that we can start getting some sneak peeks inside the barn here.
Yeah, and you can see that they're already still a little bit nervous about just the two of us in here.
Yeah. And they don't know. I mean, like I said, it's amazing what they're doing. The keepers have been sharing with me some of they're eating out of the keepers' hands. They're able to separate them. One of the keepers was telling me they're coming over to the actual visitor center and was eating browse out of her hand. So they're definitely getting comfortable with the keepers that care for them. And we just
takes a process.
I know, it makes me a little sad because I keep coming in here and they haven't quite buddied up to me yet, but I'll keep. I know. I wanted to be the favorite one, but
you don't bring enough food.
Exactly.
Can we see the hay barn? It looks really cool.
Oh, can we see the hay barn? Yeah, we can see the hay barn. We'll go down here. Plus, this will we'll look back too. It'll kind of give you just a grand, like how big this barn is. I mean, here, I'm going to take the camera up and show you guys. Here, can you hold that while I climb, and then because we're pretty proud of this barn. I mean, this is a state-of-the-art facility. It's about 10,000 square feet. All right, have patience with us. We're just getting the camera up here. All right, so this is going to be the visitor center. So again, we're on the back side where the keepers work with the giraffes. So you'll be able to come into the visitor center. You'll be able to feed at that gate. But this is their communal stall. We call it a communal stall because it's the big arena area. It's natural substrate. They're able to come in here, and they're never on concrete. So even these stalls that you see back here, they're all rubberized floors. They're about an inch thick of rubber, so they're never on concrete, which is really nice. You can see all four of them there looking at us. They just stare. Oh, yeah, I just zoomed in on them. I'll see if I can zoom in a little more. There's a good shot of all four of them. Say hi. But you can see this building's about 26 foot in the front. It's about 20 foot in the back. And these guys are about 17 foot tall right now. You see how high the hay feeders are. Here's the keeper hallway. All right, I'm going to try to walk back down now, so I'm going to hand the camera back to Christina. Here we go. Oh, it just said. It is.
Coming in here at odd times and odd hours, so it's all part of the process.
So again, I know everyone's been excited to know what's going on with the giraffes. I know it's been a while since we updated you, but we did just want to kind of give these guys some time to really acclimate. Again, unfortunately, they won't be ready for you to see tomorrow at winter days, but still come to the winter days. There's a lot to see. It's supposed to be about 34 degrees, I think, some sunny. So the red panda, the red panda cubs have been out like crazy lately. They love this weather. I saw them rolling around in the snow this morning. You'll see the tigers, hopefully. The leopards could be out, the kangaroos, otters. So there's a lot to see at this winter day. It looks like we're going to have the train up and running. Remember the carousel, it's way too cold for the carousel, so we can't run the carousel. Learning center, though, you can go in and see the sloth. So we hope... Yeah, we have the baby monkey inside the learning center, the little Saki monkeys. So we hope that you'll still come out to winter days and see what's happening. You'll get to see some of the changes that are happening with the giraffe exhibit. I know it's disappointing to not see the giraffe yet. I wish I could get you guys in here, but I promise you in February, I shouldn't say that. I'm hoping by February that we can get you guys in here, but it is really important that we just get them really comfortable first and everything. So
winter days tomorrow, 12 to 3.
Winter days tomorrow from 12 to 3. Remember, members are free to get into winter days. It is only $6.50. It's half price if you are just buying general admission tickets because there is limited animals out. But again, it's just a different perspective of the zoo. It is cold. Dress warm. Wear those snow boots. But we hope you make it out to winter days. So thank you.